when I got the call I was going to Kosovo in Pristina, I thought it'd be not as developed as Tirana. And Tirana is, some parts of it are like second world. I feel like it's like second world. Some parts are really nice, but then other parts you go into and it's super poor. So I was expecting Kosovo was going to be a ton worse than that, especially with their war was so recent. But I get there and it's super developed. Like it looks like actually European. And I went into culture shock hardcore going up there. But people up there, you have to be more serious when they say they're Muslim up in Kosovo. Just because there's more extremists and they take it a lot more seriously. But there is still, in Albania, some people are still very serious about their Islam religion. And in Kosovo, if they said they were Muslim, you couldn't push them. You're like, okay, like I respect you, of course, and like I wish you a great day type thing. And I feel like in Kosovo it was a lot harder. They have their guards up more. They're stuck in the way of the traditions of their fathers a lot more in Kosovo. And the church is super newer. It's a lot more new in Kosovo. I served in a branch when there was probably like 50 members tops, and not all of them were coming to church. So we spent, I know for me and my companion, there were some days when all we would do was contact on the street. And it was super hard doing that much contacting, but the people there, if you are able to talk to them and get a conversation going, it is super interesting. I loved asking them what Islam was to them, what it meant to them, and what they believed. And it was fun when I was up in Kosovo. It wasn't fun for my family, but there was some political unrest. And it was actually a ton of fun. I wish I had a better view from my apartment, but we didn't. But unfortunately, we couldn't go out and proselyte at all for a week. We had to take off our badges at a point, and we just hung out at the church and studied a lot and played Uno and stuff. But it was interesting having that political unrest because it made you realize how much and how deeply like you wanted to go out and just like help people. But the Kosovo, when I was up there, it was in the winter and it was freezing, and I loved it because I don't like the heat. The Albanian heat is super humid, and I already sweat really easily, and so I hated the summers in Albania. Like they killed me. But I was up at Kosovo during the winter and it snowed all the time. And it was it was the coldest I've ever been because of the humidity. The cold would just go right to your bones. And like even though you have layers on, you would still be like chattering. But I loved it. It was so pretty up there when it snowed. And also my other favorite part of serving Kosovo is we were close to, there's an army base in like an hour outside of Pristina. It's called Bonstil, and there were a couple members up there, and they'd come to our church every Sunday, and we were able to go up to Bonstil and do Institute with them, and that was my favorite because I absolutely love our country, and I had family that my dad was in the army, and my grandpa and my uncles, and so that was heaven to me. Also being able to go to Bonstil and have a meal with a ton of soldiers. Not only American soldiers, but there were soldiers from all around the country living there. And I got to eat with all of them, and I got to talk to some of them. And it was just amazing to see that the gospel can affect all parts of your life, and it can help you in all aspects of your life, no matter what.